Alright, so these are my two PPF graphs for the 1 hour and the 8 hours. Excuse me. The two goods I used were sandwiches and cups of coffee. In 1 hour, I'm able to make 30 sandwiches and 0 cups of coffee, or 25 cups of coffee and 0 sandwiches. And those are represented the end points of my curve. Anything between between the endpoints on the line are feasible and efficient. Like point A and point D. Point A, I can make 25 sandwiches and 10 cups of coffee at the same and within the hour. And point D, I can make 10 sandwiches and 20 cups of coffee. Point C is inside the curve, making it feasible, so I have enough resources to make the 15 sandwiches and the 10 cups of coffee. But I'm not using my resources efficiently, so it makes point C inefficient, making it pointless for me to just make 15 sandwiches and 10 cups of coffee. Point B is just unfeasible. There is no need for me to there is no need, but it is impossible for me to make 35 sandwiches and 25 cups of coffee at the same time when my endpoints are either 30 sandwiches alone or 25 cups of coffee. And the 8 hours is pretty much the same. I plotted the 4 points, similar places, and in the 8 hours I was able to make 240 sandwiches and no cups of coffee, or 200 cups of coffee and no sandwiches. Points A and D are on the line. 180 sandwiches and 100 cups of coffee at the same time within the 8 hours, and 120 sandwiches, I'm sorry, and 150 cups of coffee, making them feasible and efficient. Point C, making 60 sandwiches and 50 cups of coffee, is just inefficient with the resources I am using. Point B is just unfeasible. It would be impossible for me to make the 300 sandwiches and the 300 cups of coffee. For my resources, I obviously can't make coffee with bread and ham, or I can't make sandwiches with coffee grain. But the same resources they share are the labor, time, and capital that I'm using to make the goods. There's a technological advancement where there was a coffee brewer that could brew my coffee faster and twice as fast, and maybe twice the amount that I've made. I drew another graph here with the same unaffected number of sandwiches and the doubled cups of coffee from 200 to 400 in the 8 hours that I could make. So pretty much the same points around the same places. Point A and D were on the old curve, but now are inside the new curve with the 400 cups of coffee, making A, D, and C feasible but inefficient. And point B is just infeasible. I made two new points, point E and F, which are on the curve, that represent that I can still make those amount of sandwiches below the 240 and within the 400 cups of coffee. I hope this video helped you understand the PPF curves, and looking forward to seeing everyone else's video. Thank you very much.